The Smallholder Women Farmers Organization of Nigeria, SWOFON, has called for the ban of highly hazardous pesticide products in the country. The organization made the call at a news conference in Abuja, organized by the Alliance for Action on Pesticide in Nigeria and SWOFON on pesticide use by small-scale women farmers in Nigeria. The president of SWOFON, Mary Afan, says the call was the outcome of a survey on pesticide brands used by small-scale women farmers in several states. Afan says the survey also looked at the potential health implications of the pesticide brands and their regulatory status worldwide and in Nigeria.
The leadership of the various farm organizations in Nigeria must ensure that the highly hazardous pesticide and banned toxic pesticide are not promoted or requested by their association. Else, the association should be ready to cover for the damage and the harms that come from input they encourage or help their members to assess. The leadership of the various farm associations in Nigeria should sensitize and educate their members on the associated dangers of the use of pesticides, especially those in the categories of extremely hazardous and highly hazardous pesticide. Such sensitization can be done in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency, NOAA, the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, state and local government and their ministries of agriculture, environment and health, traditional, religious and community leaders, agric research councils and institutes, non-governmental organizations and consumer protection organizations, etc. The leadership of the various farm associations should, as a matter of urgency, inform and educate their members via circulars, community radios, and other grassroots mediums on ways to check pesticide active ingredients on product brands and how to verify if they are highly hazardous pesticide or banned pesticide. The various farm associations in Nigeria should raise to the task of developing initiatives that guide its members toward the overall reduction of pesticide use through integrated pest management, toward safer pesticide application methods, and toward nature-based alternatives not relying on chemical pesticide at all. Such initiatives will not only ensure safer food for domestic consumption, but also reposition Nigeria in the global export market. The leadership of the various farm associations in Nigeria should encourage and demand from ministries of agriculture, Central Bank of Nigeria, NASRA, Anchor Borrowers Farmers Program, philanthropists, politicians, development partners, and the various agrochemical companies to produce and supply more organic inputs like biopesticide and organic fertilizers. They should advocate for incentives and subsidy shift toward nature-based farm input and protect humans and environment. Farmers and farm workers should be empowered to seek justice for exposure to highly hazardous pesticides from their employers and pesticide promoters who fail to educate them on the associated risks and or fail to make adequate provision to guarantee their safety at work. That is the farms at all homes and all homes. G, in the same vein, communities exposed to pesticide pollution should consider litigation as a way to demand justice for environmental and human health damage, and as a pathway to claim compensation from agrochemical companies, the government and her agencies, pesticide traders, and commercial farms that fail to provide remediation, safety, licensing, check and continuous monitoring of pesticide application and pollution.
According to the National Cancer Control Plan 2018 to 2022, cancer is responsible for 72,000 deaths in Nigeria every year, with an estimated 102,000 new cases of cancer annually. The other 5 of the 13 active ingredients, 47% of the active ingredients in the pesticides brands used by the surveyed farmers have the potential to cause other adverse health effects, such as birth defects, reproductive issues, diarrhea, blood and nervous system disorder, immunity disruption, and skin irritation. 7 of the 13 active ingredients, 53% of the active ingredients in pesticides brands used by the surveyed smallholder women farmers in Nigeria have either banned or highly restricted in the EU, USA, UK, Canada, China, India, France and other countries, but allowed in Nigeria. 23% of the active ingredients in pesticide brands used by the surveyed smallholder women farmers are already banned by NAFDAC, but are available and accessible to farmers. Another 3 of the 13 active ingredients, 23% of the active ingredients in pesticide brands used by the surveyed smallholder women farmers have been announced by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and NAFDAC as banned, but are not officially documented or gazetted for public notice and enforcement.
The problem now is at the point of application and at the point of withholding periods. Most of these pesticides were not used in accordance with the labeling requirements. Even when, after harvesting, during storage, there is this massive use of pesticides. I'm a NAFDAC staff. I don't work in the farm. We give authorization to pesticides manufacturers, to importers as well. But the agri extension workers, I know, deal very well with the farmers. So at this point, they are more responsible to ensure the safe use of these pesticides by these farmers on farm, because I don't regulate farmers. I regulate the product to make sure that, okay, this product meets that required standard as stated in the guidelines of the pesticide regulations.